2:30 today and I'm just leaving the room, which is a record even by my standards. Plastering about with washing, domestic duties. Yeah, so it's not just a holiday, is it? I've got stuff to do. Anyway, that's that done. Way ahead, head into town. We're down to Leme Beach, which is near Copacabana. Somewhere different. I was going to go into Centro, but it's getting too late in the afternoon. I don't like Centro once everybody starts heading home. Okay. "9 AM and I'm leaving my digs. Who knew? I want to get into the central part of town today, in the city centre. A few things I want to check out. So a Brazilian guy on YouTube, there's a Saturday market. It's like an antiques fair. No, I'm turning this into antiques fair. Hello. He always barks. I'm sure he wouldn't bite. I don't know if he would bite. But yeah, there's a lot of dogs around here. I don't know if you can hear the other barking in the background, but just a wee-headed bit of security. Anyway, where was I? Well, oh yeah, the antiques market in Centro, and just I think it's quite near Lapa. So I'm going to check that out. See what else you can check out. So you can find the Ferris wheel and stuff around that. That's a wee bit further away, but anyway, we'll find out what we'll find out. The fire engine was here last night. It must have been something going on. It's still here, I think, keeping an eye on stuff. Just got off at Cidade Novo subway station. Cidade Novo, obviously Portuguese for new city. I'm guessing this was all built for the Olympics when they were here. You can just tell the infrastructure's starting to get a wee bit older now, but I'm guessing this is what it was built for. And graffitis, kind of, some of it's just quite artistic here. It's worth, I don't know what to say. Some of it's just a mess, of course, but some of it can be a bit artistic. I'm at the bottom of the road where we're going to be moving to. It's not much to look at down here, and I hope it's nicer at the top. Now behind me is a bit run down. Obviously ahead of me seems to be where they're knocking it down and starting all over again with the new high buildings. The phrase "it'll be nice when it's finished" springs to mind so far. Further up it seems to be just about, a lot of the buildings look like they're finished, so hopefully it'll be nicer up there. But yeah, on the right I think is what the area used to be like. And on the left is where they've knocked it down and started again. Not much between them at the moment, to be honest. It's like a favela up there. They're usually built on hills, but that's still Centro, so central part of town. Who knows? Actually quite an interesting part of the city here. They've knocked down loads and rebuilt big tower blocks. but it stands side by side with what the place used to look like. This kind of semi-derelict or derelict buildings, and then this isn't even finished yet. So I think this is the old Olympic area. You're up near the Maracana here and stuff. So yeah, I just get the feeling that it was a good idea at the time, but it's not quite finished yet. Down near the port area, there's not as much to see here as I thought there might be. It's a wee bit run down, and again you can tell I've had a go at tidying it up, but it's kind of just being left now. This is certainly an area of contrast. You can see some swanky hotels and then just some derelict buildings. It's a bit nuts. The contrasts continue. We're down here, this is a working port. It's obviously, it must be the main Rio port. And then of course you've got this big contraption right next to it. We're clearly getting, well, we're getting close to downtown Centro. Doesn't look too bad. Slightly better angle of the wheel, right next to the aquarium. That's what that building is there, the big Rio aquarium. Got the bike again, but I'm thinking of ditching it now because I'll keep stopping every few minutes to take some pictures. So it's getting in the road. I've stumbled across the cruise port. There's a big ship in, and there's loads of people pulling suitcases. Must be joining the ship in Rio. That would be nice. Wonder where they're going next. Found my first block though. This is near the Museum of Tomorrow. We're right on the water as well. Well, they keep the streets clean. There's obviously someone going up here. I'm going to have a look. Here's Cruella de Vil again. Saw her earlier. Been sitting here for a wee while with my beer. This is Centro Street. I was recommended to come here on the Saturday. I can see why. I can hardly hear myself think. I don't know if it's just like this in Carnival or it's like this every weekend. It could be every weekend. It's certainly a popular spot. It was really good. I only had one beer. But Jesus, the noise, it's not until you come away that you realise how noisy that was. That was good fun though. That's what gets me about downtown. Like, these businesses open their doors and they're quite nice on the inside, but see the outside, it's just, everything's so run down. That looks like it's been up in smoke, that bit over there. It's quite sad because a lot of these buildings are just going to end up demolished. I don't know if I said that in an earlier video, but the story is the property developers want the properties but they don't want to pay them, so they let them run down so they can buy them cheap. Now the government's got a hand in this because that first place I stayed in, they were getting a lot of work done, but they said they had to jump through so many hoops to get the work done. So it's almost like the government makes it difficult for you to improve your property, so you don't pay to get it improved. It runs down and then it gets sold off to property developers so they can either knock it down, or sometimes they have to keep the facade and then they can build up behind it. It's a shame. I've seen that before. Musical mosaic. This is the nicest it's been for days and days, maybe even a week. It's Saturday now and it's still been like this since last weekend. Nice to get the sun again. Came over to the shady side of the street, out of the sun, after me being glad to see it again, but it is hot. That's nice. It's like the fire station. Very grand. We're coming up to my old digs, the first place I stayed at when I got to Rio. I absolutely hated it. Maybe you'll see why. They've started a fire over there. God knows what they're burning. Certainly not burning it for heat, that's for sure. Certain parts of town seem to sell certain things, because there was I just passed a bathroom wear shop, didn't get on camera, but around about my apartments there was a lot of folk, a lot of units selling bathroom wear and tiles and stuff like that. So they must stick. And that place I started with, where the market was, that was all antiques. It's an antique fair they have on at the weekends, so that all the shop owners can bring their stuff out and show it off. Oh, you can maybe start to see why this place gave me the fear. It's like something out of a disaster movie, I think, along here. Right, we're coming up to the place I was staying at. That's what I mean about the bathroom shops. This door on the right, this was my front door. Can you tell now I got out of here pronto? Now this is during the day in the sunshine. Can you imagine what this looked like at night? At least there's police here just now. This was the street I walked down on my first night. It was deserted. There we go, there's a building that's been knocked down at the back, but they're propping up the facade at the moment. I'm guessing they're going to save that. Now I've been here a wee while, this part of town doesn't seem nearly so intimidating. It was so different to what I was used to. Very normal for the people around here, but like to the rest of us, because it's so run down, everybody else is going about like it's normal. The shops, and that idea here, the wee shops in the buildings, you can sit outside and buy your beer or whatever, just go and sit outside and drink it, all at corner shop prices. There's another facade. Oh, there's the Godfather. See the contrast, the old buildings beside the big new tower block. It's nuts. Working there now, living there. Now underneath that looks like it would have been a shop front at some point. What is it? A meat pastry with a sugar cane juice.
A galera pode chegar aqui pra perto, pra bater na palma da mão, vem pra aqui. Se não entra, não sei não. E o sol não entra na maçã.
The Lapa arches. I never saw that cloud coming in. Let's see, we're about to get rained on again. I think there might have been a blockway here earlier on. It's wrapping up now by the looks of things. Statue to Gandhi. This fountain would be quite nice if it was switched on, I think. It looks quite impressive, I think is the word. The Angolan consulate. Another Portuguese speaking country. Quite nice here as well. This is still the area of Sinalandia. There's the opening to the metro. That's quite a nice place there. And we're back to the Teatro Municipal. I was there on that walking tour right at the start. Decided to head back up the road, not because of any other reason than just I ran out of things to do, although it had started to cloud over. Then the rain came, stopped for a coffee there, and the thunder and lightning started, so that's the rain on and way to head back to the room for a wee while. Yeah, could be worse. It's hardly raining at all in the scheme of things, so I'll take that. Sunday days. Just getting the last Buenos Aires video finished there before it come out, so it's now just after 1. It's dry, at least. It's not very sunny, but it's dry. I've really no idea what I'm going to do this afternoon, because I'm going to the football tonight. I'm going to the Fluminense game at Maracana, which should be good, but I've not made any plans for this afternoon. I'm quite hungry, so I need to go and get something to eat, and then I'll see what I'll do from there. I've just been in the room too long, I had to get out there. It's amazing how it goes for your head. Went into what I thought was just a bakery. I could sit down and have a cup of coffee and a bit of cake, but they do things differently here. This was a self-service place and I just can't figure out how it works. Plus I can't speak the language either. So I was on a loser. I stuck out, I tried to work out what was going on, but I couldn't do it. So to leave, I'll need to go somewhere that's actually going to come to my table and serve me. Must have been caught out in this. I've just had a coffee, I really don't want to be going in that. But it's been like this for a while, and when the rain comes on like this it seems to stay on it for a while. Different in Scotland, if you get a heavy downpour it kind of burns itself out quite quickly, and then it'll rain but not as heavy, but this is mental. Small band of away fans in the away end. Oh.
just realised I've no Cerevo yet. Yeah, Jill and my mum get here tomorrow. It's been raining again. It's not as heavy as it was last night. I know I shouldn't complain, at least it's still warm. Anyway, it's meant to be brightening up as the week goes on, so it's not all bad. Worse things to have to deal with. I'm going to head into town. I might go up to Santa Teresa today, I'll see. You can see that, we're in Karaoke subway station, that's a gym down there. Amongst many things in the subway station, but I've not seen that here. That's a furniture store in there. And it's like I've gone into somebody's living room, house, and it's also a cafe. Superb. Outstanding. I really enjoyed that. This is really nice. It's that restaurant there, not much to look at. I only knew it 7 months because of that. That was about as Brazilian as you get. I feel really good. It's in a semi-food coma now though. That was a lot of food. Still raining, but there's a few nice places once you get near the centre. Nice wee place. I came in thinking it was a cafe, but the menu didn't have coffee on it. So I asked if there was coffee, and the girl pointed to this coffee machine. So there is coffee. That's good. Well, I know it's warm rain, but it's still rain. I've just been thinking that. It doesn't matter if it's warm rain or cold rain. If it's in Scotland or Rio, it's not much fun in the rain. It just kind of sucks the joy out of a lot of things. Been wandering about. Santa Teresa was quite nice. This place down here, this is Gloria. I was trying to cross those roads there, but I got across this close one easy enough. There's plenty of breaks, but the further away one is really busy. I thought I couldn't see across, and I'm going to take my life in my hands going across that. Plus, if it had been sunny, I would have hired a bike and gone for a wee tour there. But see, that's the thing when it's raining, eh? It changes your plans. The 10th, moving today up to the shared place with Jill and my mum. But the most exciting thing today is it's warm and there's even a hint of sun. There's certainly more hint of sun than there is of rain, which is fantastic. Jeez, it was so depressing, especially yesterday. And with it being the second day in a row, it was hard going. But enough of that, happier today. I'm waiting to get something to eat. I'm waiting to hear from the new digs when I can move up. They said they'd let me know in the morning, but it's nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but that's Brazil for you, I think. Okay. She's got a wee toy. She thinks I'm going for it any time I go near. Right, so it's me. I'm just waiting on my Uber now, and I'll get away.